Welcome to another video. Today I want to provide some more free education and analysis on how you're supposed to actually approach your trading from a multi-time frame analysis perspective. So the video will be full of value, so make sure you check it out until the end, you watch it until the end. And if you're new to the channel, I would like to introduce myself. I'm a top author on the TRADINGVIEW platform, as well as running an educational company and swing trading full-time. Now, without further ado, we will get straight in the video and provide some free value to all of you. Okay, so let's make a full analysis on USDCAD starting from the monthly time frame, and we will see how you're supposed to approach your analysis. So starting here from the monthly, the first thing that you're supposed to realize is that the market has created this very nice trend line from a monthly perspective, touching this low here, then again another touch here, another touch here, and the market obviously has respected this trend line at the moment when it hit the trend line a couple months ago. Also, another thing you can realize if you zoom in the most recent price action here on the monthly time frame, you clearly see that the market has been consolidating in this way, creating this triangle formation, going and retesting exactly this trend line from a monthly time frame that, as you know, from a monthly perspective is a very strong zone. So from the monthly we can expect a push to the upside on USDCAD. Going down on the weekly time frame, let's see what kind of price action we're getting. So from a weekly perspective, first of all, let's recap what happened in the market. The market went up, down, up and down, creating an formation. That is the reason for which I told all of you, be ready and be looking for potential buy opportunities from this area. Why? Because we had created an formation that was going to retest exactly this low here, which was the previous support area. So we had support here, and the market was going to retest this area with an formation. So basically we had very good probabilities for the market to make a push to the upside from this area, and that is the reason for which we took our long with the students exactly from this zone. This is one of the trades that we took with students, and it was pretty clear. I mean, the market, we know that the market loves to complete those patterns, and it was all about finding a good entry on the 4-hour time frame. There are many reasons for which we took this long, but I can share all of them with you basically, because there are rules in the strategy that I cannot teach because they're part of the program. But what I can teach you is that pretty simply this was a very clear area of previous resistance, now turn support, plus you also had the confluence of the Fibonacci taken from the low to the high. Exactly, you had here a 3T2 retracement that was lining up perfectly with this area of previous resistance turn support. So it was pretty simple to take this long, and the market just exploded to our overall upside target. And after the market created this formation, the market, instead of stopping at the neckline, which is this zone here, so the market was supposed to stop at this zone here. That is why we took our profits inside of this area, because as you know, the market is supposed to respect areas of previous support to resistance as a neckline, because a neckline, in other words, is just previous support to resistance. And at the moment, what happened in the market? Let's just look at this price action here. Okay, if you look at the price action, the market went down, up, down, created an equal high, as you can see here. And after an equal high, what kind of pattern do you expect? So if the market creates a move like this, the market goes down, up, creates a low, creates an equal high, what pattern do you expect? You're right, you expect the market to make an inverted reversal head and shoulders to the upside. That is what you expect from the market. And you will also get some Fibonacci confluence inside of this area, and I will now show you how. So basically what you're expecting now from USDCAD is for the market to make a push to the upside. So the monthly is showing a trend line to the upside. The weekly is showing an inverted head and shoulders to the upside, meaning that basically we have good confluence for be looking for a potential long opportunity on USDCAD. And this is the left shoulder area. You can see left shoulder here, and you expect the right shoulder to form around this area. Now, another thing that you're supposed to do is to take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of this impulse to the upside. So from this low to this high. For the simple fact that if you want information on this retracement to the downside, you need to take your Fibonacci on the impulse. And what you can clearly see is that your strong area is exactly also where the golden ratio is. So where the 0.618 is, this red line here. So let's extend our zone in basically the 50 and a golden ratio area. So basically between the 50% retracement and 0.618 retracement. So the 61.8, which is the golden ratio. And this is the zone in which we expect the market to start a new leg to the upside from a weekly and monthly perspective. Now let's go on the daily and see what kind of price action we're getting on the daily time frame. So if you go down on the daily time frame, what you clearly see is that on the daily the market has created an formation. So basically on the monthly we have a trend line to the upside, on the weekly we have the possibility to create an inverted head and shoulders, on the daily we have a clear formation ending up exactly in our strong zone. So it is pretty clear that we have good probabilities from this area to start a push to the upside, because we have many confluence factors from different time frames indicating that from this area the market is supposed to start a push to the upside. Now if you look at which should be your target area, it's pretty clear that you had previous resistance here, now turn support, and that support again is supposed to become resistance inside of this area. So basically you expect the market to make this push at least to this zone, and that is where you want to take the market. Now on the 4-hour time frame, it is pretty clear that the market is absolutely not ready to make the push to the upside. We need to see a lot of development before we can be even looking for a potential long. A lot of development needs to happen before we can be taking a long on this pair. And I can't tell you the rules of my strategy for when to enter a position, because that is part of the mentorship program. But I can tell you that you need to wait for the market to shift from at least a structural perspective to the upside. Then you also need to check for the environment. How do you check for the environment? That unfortunately I cannot tell you, but at least from a structure perspective, you need to wait on the 4-hour for the market to shift from a bearish market to a bullish market. Now, what we will be doing with the students, we will be monitoring price action on the 4-hour time frame inside of this region. If the market will provide one of our valid entries and all the rules of our strategy will be satisfied, then we will be taking this long to the upside. If the market will not satisfy the rules, then we will not take the trade, because it means that the market has very high probabilities of breaking this zone and we are not interested in the long anymore. So we will be waiting on the 4-hour time frame for one of our potential entries to take this pair to the upside. If you enjoyed the video and took value from it, make sure you let me know in the comments below, as well as smashing that like button. It really does support the creation of more free analysis and education for all of you. If you still haven't, make sure you go check out the mentorship program. It's a very complete program. It includes everything that you need to actually trade consistently in the market. First, you get my proven rule-based strategies, and then you trade them live with me each and every day. I provide you a new daily market breakdown showing you all the pairs that are actually near to satisfying all the rules for entry according to the strategies, as well as answering any questions that you have within 24 hours from when you ask them. I will see you all in the next video.